So it's now been 1 year since I first started AIOFM, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I made $200,000 from it and what I would do if I were to start from zero to reach even more and do that in less than a year. So today I'm going to be showing you the exact process that I did a year ago, what I would do different, and I will show you exactly what is my strategy in order to scale this to 50K a month. Okay, so first thing first, I want to remind you all that even though I started a year ago, the process are still the same pretty much. The only thing that's changed a lot is the technology behind the AI. So we have more and more authentic results from different software that were not here a year ago. So when I started, I was only using FaceSwap, which was back then the only way to scale this as much and as fast as possible. But today we have much more software that will allow you to do much more better results and have your own AI model in a sort of way that you've created everything from it. Other than that, the strategy is pretty much the same. We are still betting on high volume in order to be in competition with OnlyFans girls. So that means that we use the AI to duplicate the more and more, and we use multiple Instagram accounts to have as much acquisition as possible. Alright guys, so I did a little Miro to show you guys exactly what I would do on paper if I were to start from zero, from scratch. So like I've said before, I wouldn't try to actually make money from the first months, but I would actually use these first months to build a strong acquisition process. So like I said before, like if you're gonna open a restaurant, like you're not gonna be open during the moment like where you build the restaurant and everything. So just make sure that it's not because it's an online business that you have to be making money on the first day that you start. So you have to build the process, focus on the acquisition, and try to have a strong basics in order in the future to have a solid system that will help you generate money every day. Alright, so I'm gonna be very straightforward here, but I'm not here to show you guys and teach you guys how to make the perfect model. So there are already hundreds and thousands of videos about this on YouTube. So it's nothing really tactical about this, and it's pretty easy to do. But I'm more here to show you guys the strategy and how to be present and have a good influence over social media. So as we start on the first month, of course we are a nobody, so nobody knows about us. We do not have any influence, we do not have any audience that is somewhere that can be used to push any accounts. So you're gonna have to create attraction on the first few days. So basically I would use Threads and Badu to reach as many people as possible in order to push them to Instagram. So what you would do, it's very specific. So basically let's say you start with one phone with 4 Instagram accounts. So basically you need to push these accounts to about 30 to 40 followers each in private. So it's important to keep them in private because otherwise people are gonna go away from them. So basically how do you do this? So you will create each Instagram account, and for each account there will be a thread account that will be linked to it, of course. So each one of these accounts has to be created on your phone. You cannot do that on computers because it's gonna get banned in the future. So do this on your phone. Only use an email to create them. No such thing as phone numbers. So I showed this on my first video if you want to take a look at it. So I'm not going to be repeating myself, but basically you use Threads and Badu in order to have 30 to 40 people on each account. So what you would do is you would go on Threads, and basically you're going to ask people to go follow you on your account. And once you have 30 to 40 people on each account, you are ready to actually start posting. So other than that, you have to warm up the account correctly. But basically the first week and the first few weeks, I would say, are just focused on getting as many accounts as possible ready for Instagram. So you have to see that like as a task to do every day. Like every day or every 2 days you have to have one more account that's ready. So every 2 days, if you have one more account that's ready, on 20 days you have 10 accounts with each 30 followers, and you start publishing 2 times a day on each reel. That's going to be good acquisition, and you don't have to worry about how much you're going to be making in the second month, because you will see that you will be making more than a few thousands. So about 3 to 4,000 if you're a good chatter, but only focus on pushing as many accounts on the market on the first month. You have to see this as like maybe like salesmen prospecting for you. If you have 10 guys doing door-to-doors for you, you're gonna get way more result than having 1 or 2 guys. So these accounts, these Instagram accounts that you see here, you have to see them as employees who are working for you, and the more you have of them, the more money you make from it, because they don't cost nothing to have them. It's just pure logistic and how many can you handle. So this is my recommendation for the first month, and I would recommend also to push all the audience to one channel Telegram. So this channel Telegram will help you so much in the future in order to push new accounts and avoid all of this. Avoid avoid all the manual work that you have to do when you are a nobody when you start. So you do the manual work first, you gain as many people as you can on the Telegram channel, and in the future we will use these people to push even more accounts than those 4 that we had to do manually. Okay, so now that you've ended your first month, so you have about 4 to 10 accounts under control. You publish every day new reels, so 2 times a day you publish on each account, and you get many views, which are all targeting the Telegram channel and so you're sending all your audience to the Telegram channel. So basically at this point you should have gotten some reels that have gone viral, so maybe 100,000 views or 50,000 views, like you should have many of them, and you should have about 1,000 people on the channel Telegram. So you have to keep in mind that all these people that you got, you have to track them, so using Linktree. So I use Linktree, as you can see right there, for my 3 models, and you have to track your data in order to know what's going on with the traffic. Is there a reel that's actually blowing up on Instagram? Where is the traffic coming from? You have to track the data, of course. So let's say that you've done a good first month, not in terms of money, because that's not how you measure the first month. Like I said before, like so many people, we started together, and they did a much better month than me, which I was not really happy about. But I then found out that because they they were having like lucky spenders, anyone could have a $1,000 spender during his first month, but you want to build a sustainable business. So for me, a successful first month would be to have between 500 and 1,000 people on the Telegram and start to monetize this. So on the second month, what I would do is I would absolutely optimize the audience that has been acquired during the first month. So how do you do this? You do an optimal chatting, and you push new Instagram accounts. So what you will do is you will convert basically all the audience that's been accumulated in the Telegram. So all these people who have trusted you and have liked you as a model. So these people are willing to spend. You might not know it yet, but they are still in the channel, so they are potential prospect. So what I would do during the first few weeks, maybe act on your channel, like publishing messages like such as, yes, I'm new to this, I'm not really used to sell pictures and videos. Maybe I will do it next month, maybe not. I'm just here to share you guys some pictures for free for now, but I don't know if I can talk in private. You act a bit shy, and that's the second month you're like, okay, I'm ready to talk and everything, and you start this optimal chatting that I talked about. So you use this. So at the same time, you always think about pushing new Instagram accounts. So like I've said before and show you guys in the videos, some of these accounts, some of them might be good algorithm accounts, some of them might be bad, which means they are never going to go viral. You have to detect them and replace them with new accounts. So always pushing new accounts is always a good strategy, because you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to get lucky and have an account that's going to be 0 to 10,000 followers in 3 weeks. So that's happened to me, and when you have this, like, you're pretty happy that you pushed new accounts. So always pushing new accounts, and basically the goal is to always have the more and more accounts under control, and the goal is always to have chatting that's going to be optimal, and that's going to be 24/7. So I'm pretty aware that when you start you cannot be chatting 24/7, but you can make an effort to at least be here like most of the time, especially during nighttime. That's when like 70% of the money is being made, so you can be pretty optimal on the chatting, and start, if you reach this level, start to look at chatters that you can recruit in the future. So you push account 5, 6, and 7, and once again you will just repeat again and again and again. So always having new accounts that's being pushed. Always use the audience that you have on Telegram to push new accounts. So as I said before, as today I have about 25,000 people on my channels. I have 4 different Telegram channels for my 3 models, and anytime I want to push an account, so what I mean by pushing an account is adding followers to the account, so the algorithm can understand which niche it's basically located. So if I send, let's say I put a message here on Telegram and I say, hey, here is my new account. On there I'll be telling my most crazy stories I've had in the past. Boom, I just say this, I put the account in private, I have 100 requests in less than an hour. In 24 hours I have about 200 requests. The day after I can start publishing, the account has been warmed up correctly, I have 200 people in the same niche I want to push my content, so the algorithm understands exactly who am I and what niche am I targeting. And basically I can do that every single day because of Telegram and because of the people I have accumulated on Telegram, which is not an option to do if you are using the OnlyFans method, because using the OnlyFans method you always have to get back to here and push manually the account one by one and ask people one by one to go follow you in order to have those 20 to 30 people. So Telegram for me is a gold tool that of course allows you to do the optimal chatting, but of course allows you to push new Instagram account every single day if you have to. So you will say to me, yeah, but you have 25,000 followers. But even when I started and I only had like 500 to 1,000 followers like here, and I was only making about 50 clicks a day, like even with 1,000 followers, if you say to these people, go follow this account please, I've been banned on the other and I cannot tell crazy stuff anymore on the other account, so you might want to go follow this one, like you will have at least 50 to 100 people that are going to request following you. So be smart with it. Be smart with your channel. If you were scared to put everything on one channel, do like me, do two channels, and fill them as much as possible with as many people as you can, especially on the first month. And then basically it's just automatic. Then what you can do is if you reach this second month by yourself, you've made a couple like thousands, like maybe $5,000. Now you can start to actually recruit and start to scale this. So what you will need is you will need a VA, so a virtual assistants from either the Philippines if you're on the US market. But basically what they will have to do is publish the content every day. So have under control like 4 or 8 of these accounts each, and just publish the accounts every day. And that's what I'm going to show you next on how to scale to 50k. So let's say everything goes perfectly for you and you reach this second month and you've made about $5,000. So now you either have two options. You can keep doing this yourself and try to grow as many telegrams as possible, as many accounts as possible, keep having new spenders, keep recycling the old spender, and you will easily be on your goal to 10k a month on 3 to 4 months, I would say. Because what happens if you make 5k on the second month, you have to keep in mind that half of these spenders you're gonna get on the next month, and it's just like a compounding, and that's why you can reach 10k so fast, because you keep the spenders from the first month, from the second month, and you keep adding new ones every day by publishing new reels every day on these multiple accounts. So once you reach this level, you have two options. So either you do like me, or either you're even smarter and try to I would say take off as much as possible as soon as possible. So that it's also for this that I'm doing this YouTube thing, is to show you guys the mistakes that I've made, so you guys can just like avoid them and keep going straight. So here what happens: you start making 5k on the second month, you will make about 10k on the third month, and you are in the comfort zone again, and basically you think you have the right technique, and you will just keep doing this yourself. You'll do your chatting yourself, you'll create the account yourself, you will work about 4 to 5 hours a day, and you will be happy that you're making 10k a month. But what you should be doing here, instead of being in your comfort zone for 6 months like I did, you should basically start recruiting as soon as you hit your first 10k month. Because even when I was doing 15k per month myself, I was working much more harder than when I was doing 15k per month and having chatters. So having chatters will give you so much time to actually work on something else and maybe scale even more. So as of right now, I'm doing 15k profit net, but the time I'm putting on the side is to go to 50k. And before I was doing 15k in my pocket net, but I was doing the whole work myself and couldn't have time to actually scale. So what I would recommend here is, first of all, first thing first, having like a main chatter, so a guy that you're going to pay like 15 to 20%, and that's going to be teaching other chatters in the future. So basically it's going to be a manager chatter, but at first it has to be an actual chatter. So you will put him at night shifts, so from I would say 8 until 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and you can do that like 6 times, like give him 6 days a week. And then once you see that he's making as much as you used to be making, like yourself, you can have and add more chatters to this in order to reach 24/7. So once you have 24/7, you can still be publishing all of these accounts yourself, but that's when you actually want to increase the number of the accounts, because you have enough chatters to be responsible for the traffic that is coming every day. So basically you like, as of right now, I'm at a level where I have about 5 to 6 chatters. I'm not at 24/7 yet, but almost. And I'm at a step where I'm recruiting like people that are posting from me every day, and having new accounts being made every day. So the goal for me next is going to have under control about 100 accounts with 24/7 chatting to go reach the 50K per month strategy that I want to put on for my AI model. All right, so thank you guys for watching again this video. I hope I was being helpful on the values I shared today. So I'm being 100% honest and very transparent about the strategies I'm using. So this is what I use in my everyday routine, and this is what I've been using the past year for my AI model. So I'm happy to share you guys this with you, and also being very transparent on the fact that this is actually the easiest business to start online, and it's the one that requires the less money and the less time, I would say, in order to make it work, especially if your goal is just to reach 10K a month without taking much risk, and by doing it yourself. Like, this is important to understand that this is by doing everything yourself, and no needs to be associated with anyone and having to work with anyone under you're making those 10K a month. So thank you guys for watching. You can follow the YouTube channel. I'm making right now one video every week, every Sunday, and if you have any more precise question that you want specifically details on, you can message me on my Instagram on the description, and I'll be happy to help you.